because the cripple either is quite intelligent and he's got plans, went to war with his brothers, and this time his brothers already knows the tactics. And what's up, my people? How na day waiting they happen waiting this sub. Welcome back to our channel. Okay, let us start off with this. It's something I will call Davido's family feud or something. Yes, because Davido insults his cousin again. The cousin was contesting, that's Dele Adeleke, contesting against dancing senator Ademola Adeleke, Davido's uncle. And Davido is very close to that man and wants that man to win because he's been supporting the man since 2018, as well as this guy Dele Adeleke. This guy, according to what I heard, has the backing of the strong men in the party, and this is a threat, and that is why I think Davido is being used as a tool. Yes, I think the video is being used as a tool. What am I trying to say? To frustrate this guy's political ambition, since he's refused to step down. Remember, he was interviewed recently, for those of you that watched the video on channels, right? And he said that why can't Ademola Adeleke step down? Why do I have to step down because of him? He's got to step down because he's over 60. Let us read what Davido said recently about this man, and I will explain to you why I think Davido said that. Davido said, "Wonderful. Me, I finished uni with a 2-1. But it is now cousin Dele who struggled to even get a 2-2 that is now forming intellectual." Notice this guy have actually been forming intellectual, but it seems like he still knows what he's doing. But again, this is family feud. They're having serious issues in the family. We don't even know if Ademola Adeleke would deliver the dancing senator. We don't know if he's going to deliver. Anyways, here it says intellectual that has not succeeded in building one single thing in his life on his own. This life, Oshun, beware of fakes. Remember, we talked about this. I said the family actually helped this guy, paid for his school fees and all that. So at this point, they're saying, is this guy really going to bite the finger that fed him? Like, why would he even do that? And I've said it, they saw it as like a betrayal. This Dele Adeleke that is going against the uncle currently supported the uncle in 2018, but he said, the youth want him to be the governor for Osun State, and that's why. Even stakeholders, well, we don't know about that. Now, another thing that he said in the interview is, it is time for a generation of shift. It is time for those who are fit and able to deliver. The role of leadership or governance, especially in Osun, is a very serious thing. So, are you saying that because he's known as the dancing senator, he's not going to be that serious? I remember we had this conversation in the WhatsApp group recently. Yeah, there was different opinions flying around and stuff like that. But Davido said that, and made mention of the intellectual part, because Dele Adeleke had posted on social media earlier before then, saying that intelligence and understanding cannot be falsified, stolen, or handed to anyone on a silver platter. It takes dedication, patience, and discipline to attain such feat. It is up to the party members to identify and support an intelligent aspirant among the lot. We can do better in Osun State. And Davido got furious. He first said, "Yo, cuz, shut the F up, and you're talking to yourself." And now this one, this whole thing is very interesting. Yes, you can see Davido is not a politician. There's no way people will vote because of Davido. He's a musician. These are separate things. But I think they're trying to gain traction on this, about Ademola Adeleke's ambition. So that's what Davido is trying to do. Not the voting, but when there's so much attention on this, it might help out. It might reflect in the voting. I'm talking about the youth. They will start checking this guy Ademola Adeleke, paying attention to him, watching his videos. It's one thing to campaign, there's another thing for people to watch your videos and be sure that, okay, you will do something. So Davido is getting that attention for the uncle, so the uncle will keep campaigning, posting videos of him, you know, doing all these good works or talking about his manifesto. So when there's that connection, you could convince the youth a little bit, just a little bit. I'm not sure of that because politics is different. Now, I think it's obvious about Adeleke. It's obvious that this particular man was asked by the family to step down and he refused. And I remember the source I spoke with about this issue. They said they've yanked most things, you know, or benefit that this guy have access to Adeleke. They've yanked it away from him because he refused to step down. You know, benefit of being an Adeleke family. And you notice this guy Davido said that he's never built anything on his own. That statement, you know, speaks volumes. Like there's more to that. And you can see Davido posted this picture of him thanking Davido's dad, you know, for helping him and all that. Davido also posted this one, that it be the ones close to you, shaking my head. Here you can see where this guy thanked Davido's dad, celebrating my dear uncle and father figure. You took me under your wings as I passed out of high school and raised me like your son, your own son. Whatever I am or achieve, I owe to God and you. I can never thank you enough. That's what you know, Davido's cousin posted about Davido's dad, thanking him. Davido just showing proof that look, this guy could have been of help, you know, right from the beginning. And let's not forget, in 2018, I think I said it before, Adeleke was the PDP's running officer during the governorship election in the state. He had defended his uncle during the polls, challenging the INEC in court after the election. And now I'm just thinking, because the same person is running against his uncle, I'm just thinking this guy already learned the tactics and everything. It makes me remember Vikings, right? Here's this guy, an opponent. He's worked for Ademola Adeleke, the dancing senator, so he knows a lot of secret about this man, his strategies and all that. I mean, what do you think? Because I think he has an edge in this. But Ademola Adeleke, the dancing senator, really doesn't know much about his own plan and everything. And I made a reference to Vikings because the cripple, Ivor, is quite intelligent and he's got plans, you know, went to war with his brothers, and this time his brothers already knows the tactics. And there was a time you know, they had a disagreement and he had to fight, you know, on the field against his brothers because they, you know, understand the strategies and all that. They've worked with him. They used that knowledge to fight him on the battlefield and they won. I think this guy, Beyond, was the guy who led the fight. Well, let's see how this goes, if the Viking story will play out. Let's see how it goes.
I have no interest in peace. Peace is a dirty word.
If you decide that you cannot fight against your brothers, that you do not want to fight against your brothers.
That's what Davido is trying to say. Okay, guys, that is it. Let us move straight to the next one. Here we've got Mompha. Mompha in a serious soup. I remember talking to someone about Mompha and how serious this case is, but you know, Mompha makes it sound like it's a joke, like it's not that serious and stuff like that, which is understandable because he needs to still create that social media presence and not make people feel like, oh, Mompha is scared and all that, you understand? But still, I'm not saying that he's scared or something, no. Yeah, so court recently grants Mompha 200 million naira bail. Well, yeah, that's a lot, but most of the time it is the shorties that's the problem. I know that's a lot. Mompha might be able to afford 200 million naira, but what about the shorties? This time is with two shorties. There's also more conditions about the shorties. Two shorties must own property valued at 100 million naira within the jurisdiction. The shorties must provide proof of tax payments for the past 3 years. Okay, now you see what I'm trying to say. I mean, that is where the main problem is. They've also seized Mompha's passport. No, he's been with the court for a while now until he meet the bail conditions, so he can't travel anywhere. Hours later, we got reports that Mompha has been imprisoned for not meeting bail conditions. In case you don't know, he's being charged with money laundering. Now, according to reports, the counts were conspiracy to launder funds obtained through unlawful activity, retention of such funds, transfer of funds for a suspect Olayinka Jimo, aka Nappy Boy, and unlawful transfer of funds for a record label, among others. And everything, guys, is like 6 billion. That's a lot. Now, the case has been adjourned until March 28, 29, and April 4, 5th, and 6th for commencement of trial. Well, let's see how it goes. It's getting serious with Mompha. Now, I'm not really surprised because I knew it's going to come to this. I knew they took it serious. I knew the EFCC would not back down until they put this guy behind bars. So it's got to be prepared for them. Sometimes I don't give out information until I'm really sure, or until I get information that is close to the information I got earlier. Yes. And Bobrisky, let us quickly read Bobrisky's reaction to this. He says, like I've always said, and I will continue to say it, I've known you to be a strong Mompha, not a weak man. It's hot to see people hailing you on your page and still the same people commenting trash on blog about you. Madam, just support this guy and that's it. You don't have to drag in other people for not doing this, for not doing that. Human beings are the first people we should run away from. Talk about yourself. That's all. Like, why are you condemning other people to praise Mompha? I stand and we stand with you. Everything will be over soon because I know you can handle this. It's just a little distraction. Okay, here we have Tiwa Savage. Tiwa Savage's sex tape makes it to an exam question in the northern part of Nigeria. And here is the question. Very interesting. Tiwa Savage's notorious video trended in 2021. What's the connection between musical lyrics and poetry? What kind of question is that? Well, let me know what you think about that because I'm confused. Okay, let us move straight to the next one. This is a sad one, and those of you that travels with your car to Ibadan, it is dangerous. Stay away from Lagos Ibadan Expressway. It is better you use a train because people get kidnapped there every day. You know, and this time this lady, right, got a call from kidnappers and they're requesting for 20 million naira. No, she's not the one that was kidnapped. It's her brother. It's so sad, guys. Let's watch this video.
20 million Ibo láti very 20 million. Yeah, lẹ́dà yá ni bá sún lọ́rùn. Yeah, wọ́n náà máa pa lọ́la tí wọ́n bá ti rí 20 million tẹ́lẹ̀. Wọ́n náà máa pa lọ́la o. Yeah.
Okay, guys, religion here. Renaud Mokri talked about Mommy Gio here. Let's hear. That Mommy Gio video in Dubai where she was excited like a teenager vindicates what I said in 2021. Religion thrives in Nigeria because of suffering. If you relocate abroad, the things you fast and pray for now seem so elementary. Enjoy Dubai for me, but avoid hell. True. Yeah, I would say the same thing if I were Renaud or Mokri. Yeah. And here we have Osunde calling for the arrest of this woman. Jemima Osunde, the actress, said this woman needs to be arrested. We're talking about Mommy Gio. Here she says, for real though, someone needs to arrest that woman. I said hello on the phone and remember her nonsense.
Let me open my wardrobe for you to see. This is how it is done, like this. Like this. You see, this is all I have in there. Then let me show you my mini kitchen. My mini kitchen. Something like this. Wow. This is my... Wow. Can you see somebody here?
Wow. here we have a pastor. And, you know, these crazy things don't just stop here in Nigeria or Africa. We've got Pastor Mike Todd. You know, I listen to him sometimes. Here his preaching makes sense sometimes. You know, I was actually shocked to see that this guy rubbed spit, saliva on someone's face, and including Jesus Christ. You know, they always find a reason to do that. I just couldn't understand the relationship between what he said and that, because that man wasn't blind and stuff. But hey, he actually apologized.
I just want to acknowledge what happened yesterday when the spit hit the fan. I watched it back and it was disgusting. Like, that was gross. I want to validate everybody's feelings. That was a distraction to what I was really trying to do. I was really trying to make the word come alive and for people to see the story. But yesterday it got too live, and I own that. And I just want to make sure people know that we want to help people. We want people to see Jesus. We want people to feel loved. We want people who are desperate to be able to find hope. And I'm passionate about that, so much so that I try to do extreme things to help people get it. And yesterday it crossed the line. So I love you guys. I appreciate everybody that's been praying for us and sending us messages. When Jesus spit on that man, he was blind and then he could see. For my brother, who I love and honor so much, I just called him. He was bald before I spit on him, and he's still bald today. So no miracle here. And so next time I'll rethink and do something differently.
Clearly yet. But you hit. And this is where most people would not face Jesus anymore. What most people would do is turn in the hoopty again. Yeah, because the vision I'm about to give you, it might get nasty. And do you hear and see the responses of the people? What I'm telling you is how you just reacted. It's how.
Okay, guys, that is it. Like, guys, this is very, very interesting. Let us watch this video. Well, in the group, this video was posted by Ishi Baby, right, in the WhatsApp group, and I was confused. I was like, okay, what is going on here in this video? Let me explain here. It says the guy basically, we're going to watch the video, but let us explain what happened. He basically hired and slept with that lady for 3 days and doesn't or can't pay up. He was expecting someone to send him money, but it looks like he can't withdraw any money from the ATM, probably because the account is empty, and she came all the way from Abuja.
Answer me now. You did great. There's something there, your head.
Why don't she buy? Dúró now.
Show normal.
Ní sùúrù, ní
ó dẹ̀ kò yà wèrè.
Jamalo.
Ìwọ àti ta ni kó bá lọ. Ó dẹ̀ kò yà wèrè àbí. Ó dẹ̀ kò yà wèrè. Ó dẹ̀ kò lórí ìbùkún nìyẹn.
Ní sùúrù now.
Ó dẹ̀ máa jẹ́ ẹsẹ̀ òun ó dẹ̀ pa ayé ẹ bàjẹ́. Wo ó dẹ̀ kò ń ṣe ẹ̀. Ìwọ àti ta ló fẹ́ lówó. Show normal. Fún mi lówó mi. Ó yà wèrè. Látọ̀rí ìdàgbé ó ní ìsìn. Ó máa yọ sí tẹ́lẹ̀ wọn ní ìlú tó yà wèrè ní. Oyin tó fún mi bàjẹ́. Ó ṣàmọ̀ bí tó lọ́jọ́. Tó bá ti kówó mi, ó máa ń gbé mi kiri láti jẹ̀tọ̀ òun wá yìí. Oṣù tó bá dàrọ̀ ìyá ẹ̀wọ̀n mẹ́ta ìgbowó tẹ̀ wá gbowó fún ẹ. Wàá gbowó fún mi. Ó dà pé olórí burúkú ni ẹ. Fún mi ní owó mi. Fún mi lọ.
Why don't she buy? Kí ni gbogbo lè báyìí?
Àgbẹ̀ tó yà wèrè ṣá.
Kí ni gbogbo lè báyìí? Nítorí mo ti ń sìn.
Ìwọ àti tani. Ìwọ àti tani. Ìwọ àti tani. Orí ẹ̀ yìí. Orí ẹ̀ yóò lò fẹ́ẹ́lì. Wọ́n wà á rí ìgbà tí màá ṣe fún ẹ.
gosh, so much of that. You know, we've talked about Gio, Davido, someone getting kidnapped. I mean, these are serious information. Let us talk about entertainment. ADETONA talked about Olamide because he was the one who discovered Olamide. So during an interview, he talked about how he met Olamide. According to him, Olamide came with a friend to record in my studio. A friend was featuring him. I fell in love with the young boy of 13 or 14 as he delivered his rap line. I could hear a depth that you won't get from most of his age mates. I was so impressed that I told him that he's free to come to my studio at any time. He will come to the studio, then I will make beats while he's writing his lyrics. And from there, the interest to have him as part of Coded Tunes developed, and the rest is history. By the time Coded Tunes transited to a proper record label, Olamide was the first person signed alongside Seriki and Kayefi. He doesn't see me as ADETONA, who just produces beats for him, but rather sees me as his father and always consults me at any of his projects. We still play and do things together. Yes, they still, I see their pictures too together sometimes. The same goes for Reminisce, Seriki, and every other guy, even the ones that are not part of Coded Tunes family, which I've worked with. They still appreciate me, the likes of Banky W, Rugged Man, Durella, and co. Where ADETONA's name was everywhere back then, trending, he still goes to his church to play the piano for them, you know. So he's got a good heart, and I think that's what keeps him and Olamide's relationship very tight, you know, because of how he thinks, because of his way of life and all that. And that's why I think Olamide as well respects him so much. Yes, Olamide himself, you can see the sign of leadership. That's what is working for Olamide as well. He's a true leader, but first you've got to serve, and he understands that, you know. Yeah, moving on to the next one here, we have Starboy Terry, Wizkid, all Mastercraft, all of them in the same studio. SARS. We know we've been talking about this, like what's going on between Wizkid and this guy. They're still cool, obviously, and it's still signed under Wizkid's record label. But I don't I think the guy needs more push and support. I don't know, I might be wrong. I think it's time to move to the next one. Yeah, not entertainment anymore. Guys, I saw this weird post on social media and people were actually replying. That's the shocking thing about this post. I just stumbled on this. You know, on Twitter, I was like, I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna share this with my people. This person posted, I am not morbid or anything, but if you had a say in it, how would you like to die? That's weird and creepy. I want something dramatic involving crocodiles or anacondas, like my plane crashing into the Amazon and these big ass crocodiles start chasing us. Another person here says, I didn't want to fall from somewhere really high, mountain, building, airplane, easy seat, and just enjoy the flight down before I pass out and crash into the ground and body parts splatter. I don't want to feel the pain. I just want to know this is it moment. What? Another person here, I just want to have an orgasm that literally makes my spirit leave my body. I just want to sleep and cut out. I don't want any accident or illness that would make loved ones spend money. Also, since I will be returning as a ghost to finish reading all the books I left behind, the pajamas is my preferred eternal outfit of choice. I want something very simple and not messy. No blood. Oh my God. I don't want anyone to have cleanup. This is, why would you guys be? Okay. So much of that. Moving on to the next one here, we have Ifu and Nada. Some men speak of cheating as though it's their birthright. Men are polygamous in nature, but they forget women have the capacity to out-cheat them if they want, but we stay elevated regardless, because what's the point in disrespecting one's body? And that's the thing females needs to understand. I don't support cheating, but when you want to use it as a way, because you feel bad that somebody cheated on you, you want to use it as a way to repay them, That's a dumb way to repay someone. Would you feel comfortable in your skin after doing that? That's the most important thing that you should ask yourself as a lady. So go with a man that is ready to accept you and not cheat. I don't know, that's just it. She says here, I hate it when a man thinks he should be applauded for staying faithful. Yeah, you should applaud me for sticking with you when I easily have 10 of you. Like, you should appreciate anybody for staying faithful, whether the man or the female. I don't know, I think most of these people just put their insecurities out there. Moving on to the next one, guys, would you do this? Because I might do it. Tattooing my sister's face on my body. This guy, you know, tattooed the sister's face on his arm. Yes, if you ask me, I might do it because my sister will be part of me forever. But still, I don't think I would be willing to do it. I might write a name on my body, but not the face. This is too much pain. Moving on to the next one. Let us read this and let me know what you think. If you are a very brilliant man, stay away from women who are also very brilliant. Your relationship will be characterized by unnecessary argument. Really? If I had the options, I would always go with somebody that's brilliant. And said, little things will lead to quarrels and fights. But I understand what this guy's trying to say, and he's got a point too. Seriously, both of you are better off with someone else who will appreciate your brilliance. Dated this babe. Because I'm brilliant, that doesn't mean I wouldn't appreciate your own brilliance. Like, seriously, I would be willing. It would be like a big deal, right? For me. Dated is this babe for a while, and it was the most painful experience I've had to endure. Every conversation was like an academic discourse. It's worse when we argue. I transitioned from the guy, that lady just like to argue. Both of you just like to argue. It's not about knowing stuff. You guys are you just like to argue. I transitioned from the guy who would write long threads about philosophy and atheism to this guy who just wants to catch cruise. Please, I don't want any intellectual babe around me. Another one here. So many people sharing, you know, things like this on social media. Let's read this one. My best friend just found out I'm seeing her ex, and she's so upset. He had always wanted to get with me, but I wouldn't talk to him because of her. Now she's crying, saying did her wrong, and I don't even feel bad. Like, why can't she just be happy for us? And now it's all awkward because she lives with me. I don't know what to do. How can I make her be cool with me again? Like, I feel no remorse at all, and I'm gonna keep seeing him, but I still want her to be my friend. What should I do? I don't know, guys. That's the question I don't even know how to answer. Okay, guys, that is where I'm going to hold it. Today's question. When you get good news, who is the first person you share it with? Who is the first person you share it with? My dad or my sister? Yeah. What's yours? Leave it in the comment section below. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Until we see you next time. Peace.